I know I've been working on a lot of videos the last couple of days, so you can expect some more videos coming up to catch up for the past 3 weeks where I didn't upload. So I'm making a lot of videos these days, recording almost 2 days in a row without a break, basically. So today I want to talk to you guys about my move to Switzerland, which I announced before the end of the year, explained why I was going, what I was going to do, and I wanted to take you guys with me on this journey. A little update is that I've been to Zurich, Switzerland. This is where I want to move. 2 or 3 days ago, again, I visited quite often for some job applications. Now, these are the first job applications that I managed to get after months. So getting in is not easy at all. It's way harder than I expected. I want to run you guys through the things that I did and the way I approached this move and how I'm progressing so far. So I hope this is some useful information for people who are looking to move to Zurich, Switzerland, or to Switzerland in general. Depending on the cantons, you're gonna have different rules. So I'm talking all about Zurich because this is the area where I want to go. So the first thing I did is I researched the market. So as you can see, I made just this list of points, bullet points, things that I did before I actually started this journey. First of all, I researched the market. What I mean by the market, I mean the market for jobs. So how big are my chances to get a job? Worldwide, there generally is a big demand or need for IT people. So I was researching just to check. Then I found out, okay, Zurich is basically the IT capital of Europe when it comes to the best paying jobs, the fastest moving companies, the biggest IT tech investing companies. So this was already a big plus. Second thing I was looking for is actually jobs that I would like to do. So I'm a project manager now and really young. For someone in the Netherlands, living here, even for here, I'm a very young project manager. People don't get this job this easy or after finishing their school as their first job. This is like something I really set my goals on and was lucky enough to achieve and to get. I cannot expect to get this job in another country if it's not even normal in this country to have this job at this age. I already set my goals lower on what I did, so I looked at all the things that I do as a project manager, and the thing I like to do most is consultancy and product ownership, so product owner. In an agile Scrum environment, of course. The problem with this is that I'm currently the project manager on let's say that I'm the client ordering the developers to do things, and that I'm in a different position than a product owner would be on the other side of the table at the development company. So this is already kind of a clash on knowledge and things that I've done in the past. Because I've done so many different things and never specified to do one thing exactly, I don't really have an expertise to say so. So this is a weak point of my resume, which I'm very aware of, but this is because I'm still young and still in the scouting period where I now found that I like consultancy and of course product ownership and project management. Of course, these three things are really close related, but I would like to work in one of those three things and excel in those, from which product owner is my preferred role, since from product owner to project manager is way easier to close that gap than from consultant to project manager. And I looked up the wages of all these things that I would like to specialize in or to have a job in. I found out that the wages are very close. It's around a difference of 5 to 10k a year. And I looked at the years or amount of years of experience that the people had who were applying for a job, all using the website Glassdoor, which I've shown before for applying a job. The website of Glassdoor, LinkedIn, and the other connections to ask how much you're earning, how much experience they have. And Glassdoor gives you statistics. This many wages have entered this number that we're showing you. It consists of people with this much experience on this level. So someone who's just started gets 80k a year, 85, 87 actually. As an average K a year, someone who has 2 or 3 years of experience gets around 95 to 110k a year, and someone who has a lot of experience get 110 plus. So that depends on the company. Okay, I said I have 3 years of experience. I'm not gonna set my goal for the same thing as a Swiss would ask. Why? I realize that this company, that whatever company would hire me, is gonna invest time and money for me to perfectionize the language, to learn the language, because I don't know Swiss German, I don't know Hochdeutsch, which is not the used language when it comes to speaking in Switzerland. You can use it, but they're not really fond of it. Writing is Hochdeutsch, so this is something I'm still working on. But a company needs to invest in you. You're young, they're taking a risk. You're coming from a foreign country, so they're taking a lot of risk when it comes to hiring you. They would rather hire someone who's from Switzerland who will also speak English, a safer bet, to say so. And this is the first obstacle that I've been struggling with for the past months. I think I applied for probably 50 jobs, and the best thing that works in Switzerland are networks. So if you know someone there, you're gonna get in, or it's gonna be way easier. Problem is, I didn't know anyone. I told my boss that I'm moving to Switzerland for all kinds of reasons, and they said, hey, we have multiple people within the company, and also I posted stuff on LinkedIn, since the company where I work now knows that I want to leave, on LinkedIn, and a couple of connections of mine actually had friends or family or other business connections in Switzerland. So what happened is they wrote emails to them, sent them in my resume, my reference letters, which is really important, and they basically contacted me, and I got to set up a couple of meetings, which I've been to 3 days ago. This is the first entrance and actually conversation at a company that I had after months of applying online. So the Swiss online applying thing, unless you have like a resume to die for, you're not gonna cut it. So what I try to do is stick out. So what I did is I went to those conversations, I brought my entire portfolio, resume, my diplomas with the grades I got, as well as reference letters to as a hard copy in folders. And I gave it to every job interview where I came. I shook their hand firmly. I talked to them with utter respect, asked for feedback as well, of course, and tried to make as good of an impression as I possibly could, wore a nice suit, did everything following the book, because you get one shot. This is not something you can get often in Switzerland. If you're invited for a conversation, you have to make the best out of it. So this is what I try to do. Even if they want to hire me, we have to negotiate wages. They're gonna, me knowing that the average is 110k for my experience and the things that I do, I'm not gonna shoot for 110k, I'm gonna shoot for 90. This might seem a lot, but 20k on a yearly basis, less than an average employee, to say so, in Switzerland is a lot for the company, and it also shows that you really want to work for the company and understand the perspective in which they are standing to pick you as a big risk to hire you. So I want to compensate that by negotiating my wage. Did calculate it through. Before I picked this wage and said, okay, I can go to 90, I did a couple of other things, which brings me back to the list, which is taxes. I checked on how much taxes do I pay per canton. If I would work and live in Zurich, I would pay a certain percentage of taxes. I think it's now 16% or 19%. But if I would live in a canton next to Zurich, I would pay more or less. So this way, I looked at the taxes and looked how much, after all the taxes, I keep netto. So even if I would get 9,000 a month brutto, this doesn't mean that you will get 9,000 netto. Because once you deduct your taxes, you won't have those 9,000, you would have, I don't know, 7,500. Because I know what I'm gonna earn per month when I ask this wage, I went online and to search for videos or search for forums, blogs to check out what the cost of living is. How much does it cost to rent an apartment in the area? How much do you pay for? How much do you pay for electricity, internet? What is the internet network like? I even researched which places in the canton of Zurich have a gigabit connection, because I'm really dependent on good internet for YouTube, for gaming, for my job, for everything that I do. So internet is just one really essential thing for me to have. Once I have my netto income and all my costs of living get deducted, how much is left? This is really important to know how much you're gonna save every month and how much room for play you have for unexpected expenses, something breaks in your house, yada yada yada. But of course also holidays and fun stuff. Okay, so now that I research all of these things, I'm looking on how can I stay in this country? So once I get a job, how can I get an apartment? How can I stay and work there? Because it's not the European Union you're entering. Switzerland is not in the European Union. They have a lot of contracts and stuff going on, and there's a lot of freedom still, but when it comes to staying there and housing, you will need a visa. Steps you should follow are the following. You basically need a contract for at least 1 year. To get an apartment, you'll need a visa. and of course the contract from your employer. You can tell the homeowner that you are moving there, you can show the contract that you're working, and you can show a document, or you can say that you applied for a visa. In order to apply for a visa, you need to show your contract for working, and of course that you are safe when it comes to housing. So you'll also have to show the contract from apartment that you're renting. But it's really a requirement, the language. I'm doing my German course right now, but it's Hochdeutsch. I want to finish this so I have a good base in order to learn Swiss German, and it would be easier to make this bridge. But when it comes to Switzerland, they write in Hochdeutsch, so they write German on a really high level. So looking at companies and tell them honestly that, okay, I'm doing pretty good in German, but I want to make it perfect. And if you can help me with this, I'm willing to do so. If you want me to do additional courses, I'm willing to do so. I'm open for everything just to get the job and to get into the country. So this is what I've been up to. I'm still waiting the answers for the job interviews that I did. I hope you guys got some useful information about the steps that I'm following and the things that I'm doing. Please let me know in the description down below if you need extra information or things you want to know in the upcoming videos, because this is only part 1. There's going to be many more parts to moving there actually. Please let me know if you're also looking to move to Switzerland, if I can help you out in some way, because I did a lot of research, a serious lot of research, so it may come in handy for you. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a like down below, and I see you guys in the next video. Ciao.
Perfect.